5 ways to control hunger and cravings. How are we? Good morning. Hope you had a lovely day. If you're coming in, it's still early, isn't it? It feels so long with our early morning sessions, actually. It feels like afternoon. Anyway, give me a hello if you're coming in live. Drop a replay if you're on replay, let me know. I'm going to be going over 5 ways just to help with hunger, or more specifically, I guess, cravings, and really understanding the difference between physiological hunger and physical hunger, which I think is an important thing in terms of, one, whether we beat ourselves up or not, and two, actually understanding that feeling a little bit hungry is okay from time to time, and our response to it is sometimes the issue rather than actually the thing itself, which is often the case with lots of things. Anyway, so let's look at hunger before we get into this. You've got 2 types of hunger, really. You've got physical hunger, like physiological hunger, where you might actually have physical symptoms like stomach rumbling. You might, if an apple would generally do. You have, when you are actually hungry, like technically you can say, yeah, I'll eat that in a second, like, because you're conscious that it's there. You get a sense of satisfaction. You taste the food. Compare that to then psychological hunger. And this is where maybe you eat really quickly. You don't taste the food. Have you ever had that before? Where you don't taste the food? It just goes down so quickly. It's like an urge in a response to a certain feeling. So you might be feeling bored. You might be feeling tired. You might be feeling stressed. An apple generally wouldn't do. So if someone offered you an apple, probably wouldn't do. You might have that where you've had something sweet, now you want something salty. Or you've had something salty, now you want something sweet. You've got maybe a feeling where your body's saying no, but your mind's saying kind of yes. But maybe you have to change the flavour to get it in. Prime example here. You're going to hear everything about me now. Kids' leftovers. Even the other day, actually, like a week or so ago, we had some burgers. They had like half a burger left over, and I was pretty full up. And I just felt myself going to it, and I thought, I'm actually full up. I dipped it in some French cheese mustard, then all of a sudden it goes down. My point there, that's psychological hunger. It's just there. I'm feeling a little bit like, a bit peckish, but not really. And I just grab it. So, as you can see, I just wanted to give you that overview before I even go into this, to show you that hunger is quite complicated with cravings, how you feel. It's not as simple as just eat this and you'll be fine. And I want to get that clear. However, drop a me in the comments and I will send over a guide all about comfort eating. Let me know if you want that. Drop a me in the comments. But for now, hunger, craving. So let's look at it. Number 1, you want to make sure, I would actually think about physiologically here. Are you actually having enough food in your diet? And this is a big thing, because if you're on a diet, or just calling diet what you eat in general, not necessarily trying to lose weight, you are going to be hungrier if you're not eating enough, full stop. However, hunger is generally correlated with the volume of food, aka how much your plate essentially weighs, okay? So the more, if you use a paper plate, people tend to feel fuller, by the way. If you use a paper plate, people tend to be fuller. So this could, looking at filling your plate, vegetables, fibre, protein, this is correlated with how full and satisfied you feel, because you eat with your eyes, believe it or not. This must be part of your digestive system. So with that, you want to make sure in your meals you're bulking out as much as possible with nutrient-dense foods that keep you full up for fewer calories. Generally, that's a way to feel more full up without overeating. The types of foods too, you want to be making sure you're getting enough fibre in. This slows down your digestion. So by food going down your digestive tract more slowly, what happens is your hunger hormones say, yeah, we've got food, we're eating at the moment, we're generally okay. Like protein hits your hunger hormones fastest. So it tells your body, yep, he's eating, Matt's all good. Yep, great stuff, Heather, will do. Yep, he's eating, all good. So yeah, absolutely fine. So all these things start to come into it with the protein, with the fibre. 3, keep a little bit of a hunger diary. consider these questions in there. And like I say, drop me in the comments if you would like me to send over that comfort eating sheet about this. And it goes over these questions. Who are you eating with at the time? How do you feel before you eat? Getting a handle of how you feel before you eat will allow you to identify triggers. I'm feeling stressed and tired. Normally, I perceive foods as more rewarding than they actually are at this time. So I can plan around this time. And by planning around this time, I can then go, okay, I'm stressed and tired. I'm going to perceive these foods as more rewarding than they actually are. Rather than just having them, I'm actually going to make a conscious choice to, one, do something else that makes me feel good. Because at the end of the day, everything we do is to change the way we feel. Everything we do is to change the way we feel, right? So if eating, we're trying to change the way we feel by eating, but it's not doing it, we're going to do it even more and more and more, because we've said to ourselves that eating, we've just confirmed it by doing it, that eating will change the way we feel. But when it doesn't, or we feel worse, we just think, well, I might as well eat more. I might as well get the little bit of pleasure I had in as that mouthfeel. So anyway, on this topic, so who are you eating with? How do you feel at that time? Stress, boredom, tiredness. What could you do to change the way you feel? Really quick one. One of the ladies puts on a song that she likes to listen to, has that as almost like a gold standard now. So if she's stressed, tired, she goes, normally she'd go to boredom eat at this time. And I'm not saying this is a one thing that's going to change everything. She'll just put on her favourite song. She'll just put on her favourite song and listen to that first. Then if she still feels she wants to snack, she'll just give herself permission to snack. It's a really simple thing to do, but often a song can change the way you feel. You sing, you dance, you have memories of it. This morning's workout, for argument's sake, one of the ladies was like, oh, can we have a bit of ABBA on? So you had ABBA on, and it was like, well, this is a difficult one, isn't it? I'm finding it hard to work out to this, but at the same time, it's making me happy and I'm working out more. Really difficult one. Anyway, so, Joss, just digging out some paper plates. Yeah, trick your mind with this. So that's another way to help with cravings, hunger. You want to make sure that protein, fibers are in control of it. Who are you eating with? How are you feeling at that time? Do you have a strategy to change the way you feel that you can go to? Then we're looking at nutrients. You may just be deficient in certain nutrients. Your body may want more nutrients. You may have eaten more processed food than normal. We know that processed foods are very moreish. Salt, sugar, fat, that combination of processed foods does give us a bit of a dopamine hit. If we enjoy that a lot, our body's going to go, we're eating, but we're not really getting the nutrients we need. So just keep eating, because surely these nutrients will come. But then if they don't come, we'll just overeat. And it is kind of as simple as that sometimes. And sometimes you just got to accept, not that I'm saying you can't do that, but accept that these foods probably won't fill you up. And it's not that they make us fat or overweight or unhealthy in isolation. It's just that we tend to be more likely to overeat them, especially if we're not conscious of these things. And sometimes the only difference is there that we can become more conscious that, okay, I'm going to have this food and I'm going to feel a bit hungrier than normal today because I'm having this food, but I'll just be aware of that. I'll try and fill up on some fizzy water outside of this. I might have a Diet Coke. Oh, wow. You've got to consider all these things, because sometimes what's the alternative? Or the alternative was I had 7 biscuits. Okay, but you didn't have the Diet Coke because, well, I didn't want to have it, but then I felt rubbish with the 7 bits. It's like, really always ask the question, what's the alternative? So, I hope that helps. Like I said, if you want to look at the comfort eating guide that I've done, drop me in the comments and I'll get that over to you. Any questions, let me know. Enjoy your day and I'll see you soon. Take care.